Hi, I'm Elle Wilson. So great to be here with you to talk about feel-good habits that leave us feeling and looking beautiful every day. So for me as a creator of TRUEBROW and being in this beautiful industry for over 36 years, I think I have a couple of things that I can share with you to support you as you too really start to build out a day that is filled with love, with beauty, and with you shining really brightly as often as you can. So let's have a look at the first most important one, which is setting your intention. And we all know that we've heard setting your intention is a really powerful thing to do, but the first thing we have to do is believe that we can. And most importantly, I love to set my intention prior to even getting out of bed, prior to even turning towards my husband to give him a good morning kiss or a good morning hug. So what I love to do, and I'm going to share this with you, and I hope that you embrace it and have a go and see how it works for you, is to really just lie in bed. And I start to realize that as I'm coming out of sleep, what starts to happen is my thoughts begin. I can actually literally, I'm aware of them. And I haven't done anything to get them started. I haven't pushed the on button or anything like that. But as I'm rousing out of sleep and waking up, I can actually see thoughts. Now, the important thing for me is that I literally do not look at the thoughts that are rising up in my awareness as I'm waking up and believe for a moment that I have to follow any of those thoughts. I can just rest, get very, very quiet in my heart and just watch them. And as I do that, it's almost like a form of meditation. It's almost like a form of just quietening down in the midst of observing what is occurring in my inner space. It's really quite fascinating. And the next thing that I love to do, especially if I have thoughts that seem to be a little frantic or going towards a negativity, or if I'm feeling really tired and I haven't felt like I've rested enough, is to just repeat a few times, all the peace I need is within me. All the peace I need is within me. And bam, I've set my intention. And you will actually literally see as you practice this that your frequency, your vibration shifts, and you're tuning in, just like into a radio station, into a part of you that is more open, it is more loving, it is more peaceful, and you're ready to begin your day from that beautiful space. So that's the first thing. Now, the other thing is a little bit more superficial, but really the reality is that we're over 70% water. So I want you to stay hydrated. Have you ever realized that when you've forgotten to drink water for the day, that you can get sort of a bit foggy and you get a bit of brain fog, you can even get a headache, even a migraine? I remember thinking back to my mum and how rarely I saw that generation actually pick up water and drink water. She used to drink tea all the time, then she started to drink coffee, which is dehydrating. So you've got to be really mindful of that. So I want you to really recognize that every single organ, including your brain, every part of you, your skin, every cell of your body needs water. So get yourself a glass bottle. Yep, not a plastic, even if it's BPA free. These are just my tips, right? So you don't have to go and do what I say, but I'm telling you that these things work. So get on it if you can, and just carry water around with you everywhere. Stay away from those plastic bottles that when you touch them, they're all squishy, because that water's been in those bottles for a very long time, and they go through heat and then they go cold, and they've actually found plastic that is inside of those water bottles. They've done the research, so stay away from those. Now, don't drink tap water. And you might say, oh, but I believe tap water's fine. But if you are drinking tap water, your body is being the filter, your liver, your kidneys, all of your body, you're being the filter for that water, and you don't want to be the filter. So make sure you get yourself a really great filter. If you have your own home, fabulous. You can look into all these amazing filters that you could get for yourself and for your family. Make sure you're always drinking clean, beautiful water. Stay hydrated. Now that means intuitively figuring out how much water your body needs. So no one can tell you that you need 2 liters or 3 liters or 8 glasses. You know, if you're drinking intuitively, when you're thirsty, drink. When you're hungry, you think you're hungry, have a drink first. Wait and see if you're hungry or if you were just thirsty. Something to really teach children as well. Make sure that if they're hungry, they're about to grab a biscuit, give them a glass of water first and let them drink the water, and then in about a few minutes, they can decide if they're hungry and they need something to eat, a snack or something like that. Same for us. It's very easy to think that we're actually hungry when we're really, really thirsty. So drink and drink and drink and drink until your body says, I am absolutely happy now and I don't need any more water. When you wake up in the morning, make sure for your skin, this is so important, we spend so much money on products and skin treatments and we forget to drink. So in the morning when you wake up, make sure that you drink a very big full glass of water. If you can really get down 2 glasses of water, make them warm if you don't want to have cold water. Personally, I like to add a little bit of warmth to my water in the wintertime, and it's a wonderful way for you to start your day. Then have your cup of coffee if you want, just like me. What's next? Focused attention. Now, let me tell you something about multitasking. It is absolutely so 2012. And what does that mean? It means that multitasking absolutely doesn't exist. You cannot do more than one thing at a time. And if you try and do that and you jump from one thing to another, social media actually, in fact, is really good for that. You've got Facebook open and you're doing one thing and you go back there and you go back here and you go back there, and it actually really fragments your awareness. It makes you frantic. And what that actually does internally is it causes an unconscious level of stress. So multitasking, let's get a little bit more mindful with our tasks throughout the day and be really, really real about what we're doing. So I love when I'm washing the dishes, for example, and getting them ready for the dishwasher, is to just really be present. Like really be mindful about what it is I'm doing. If I'm washing the plate, rinsing the plate, if I'm cleaning my teeth, just really, really, really being mindful about that, bringing in a level of mindfulness that deepens me and creates a beautiful level of peace and tranquility. So I'm tuning again into that place where there is no stress. Why do I do that? Aging is stress related. We know that. And stress is almost like getting spoonfuls of sugar and just eating them up. We don't want that. So be really, really aware of just saying no to multitasking and believing that it's a thing, and really bring in a new level of intimacy, a new level of mindfulness and presence in everything that you do. And you will see that you will look better and you will feel better internally. There's more. Connect with loved ones. How many times do you see in cafes, even on your own dinner table, people sitting there, families, on iPhones or on devices because they're just so busy doing something? I love to know deep inside myself that I set the terms for what is appropriate in my home and of course with my husband, and you can do the same. So connecting with loved ones is so important. One of my most favorite things is sitting on the couch and just connecting with Toby just by holding his hand and just being together without even talking. And children, you'll find that children love that. This is such an enriching and fulfilling experience, not only for your children but for you, and you feel more and more deeply connected and more deeply in love with that beautiful, constant, fulfilled, quiet, beautiful space within. Looking and feeling beautiful. All of these things are connected. These habits are just amazing and so fulfilling and fantastic. We have another one. Find time to disconnect. This is a really beautiful one, and I apologize that I have to look down so that I can remember these, but there's quite a few. So finding time to disconnect means taking a break and not having to justify that you need some time to be quiet and still. And if your children are watching a movie and you really don't want to watch the movie and you want some quiet time, it's okay. It's okay to say to your loved ones, I'm just going to go and just chill out. I'm going to close my eyes and I'm going to be peaceful for a little while. What I used to love doing is getting earplugs, because you have to when you have children, right? And I would put earplugs in and I would just quietly just close my eyes, go and have a beautiful bath, sometimes a nice and warm bath with Epsom salts, and I would give myself that time to disconnect from everything that was going on in my outside world and have that beautiful quiet space. And again, I would repeat, all the peace I need is within me. And it really actually does literally change your frequency, your vibration. And it's like that little radio knob. You just tune in to that beautiful constant space within that just really allows everything that is so beautiful inside of you to just move out into every cell and radiate through your face. And then you get to shine brightly from the inside out. I hope that this has been helpful to you. And even if you just take one of these little habits and just give it a go, I'd love to hear what you think and what are the habits that you have that leave you looking and feeling beautiful every single day. Take care for now. Thanks for listening.